Penny's Playthings. The old shop stood at the edge of town, forgotten and grey. Its paint was peeling and the sign creaked in the wind. Penny's Playthings, it read. The letters faded and chipped. No one went there anymore. Not since Old Man Withers passed away and the shop closed its doors. Now only whispers and shadows dared to enter the dusty windows. The windows were clouded with grime. They hid the secrets inside. Secrets better left undisturbed. But secrets have a way of calling out, especially to those who dare to listen. Inside, cobwebs clung to shelves stacked with forgotten toys. Dolls with vacant eyes stared out from dusty corners. Teddy bears, once loved and cherished, lay forgotten and threadbare. The air hung heavy with the scent of dust and decay. It was the smell of forgotten memories. At the back of the shop, a door stood slightly ajar. It was a dark, forbidding door, one that creaked ominously when the wind brushed against it. There was a coldness that seemed to emanate from it, a chill that cut through the dust-laden air. Jack, Sarah, and Tommy dared each other to go inside. They were the only ones brave enough or foolish enough to approach Penny's Playthings. The old shop held a strange fascination for them, a mixture of fear and excitement. Today, curiosity had won. Tommy, always the bravest of the three, reached for the tarnished doorknob. It was cold beneath his touch. He hesitated, a shiver running down his spine. But the dare had been made. He couldn't back down now. He pushed the door open and they stepped inside. The air inside was still and silent. The only sound was the creaking of the floorboards beneath their feet. The shadows seemed to deepen as they entered, closing in around them like icy fingers. Jack thought he heard a whisper, but when he turned his head, there was nothing there. They moved deeper into the shop, their footsteps echoing in the silence. The toys watched them with glassy eyes. Their painted smiles seemed to widen, becoming almost menacing in the dim light. Sarah felt a cold shiver run down her spine. She wished they hadn't come. As they reached the back of the shop, the door to the back rooms slammed shut with a resounding boom. The children jumped back, their hearts pounding in their chests. They were trapped. Tommy rattled the doorknob, but it wouldn't budge. It was locked. Panic surged through them. They were trapped in this dusty prison with the silent, watchful toys. The air grew colder, and the shadows seemed to press in closer. The whispers started again, soft and menacing all around them. Then a figure emerged from the shadows, a frail, white-haired woman with eyes that glittered with an unnatural light. She smiled, and it sent chills down their spines. "Welcome, children," she croaked, her voice raspy with disuse, "to Penny's Playthings. You've come to play, haven't you?" Terror choked their words. They wanted to scream, to run, but their feet felt like lead. The woman, Penny, glided towards them. Her eyes held them captive. They were powerless to resist. "Don't be afraid," Penny cooed, her voice like dry leaves rustling in the wind. "You'll be among friends here. You'll be young forever." Her hand, cold and brittle as a bird's claw, reached out and touched Sarah's cheek. Sarah felt a strange numbness spread through her. Jack and Tommy watched in horror as Sarah's eyes lost their focus, her face becoming blank and expressionless. Her body stiffened, becoming as still and lifeless as the dolls that lined the shelf. She was one of them now. Tommy knew they had to escape. He looked around frantically for a way out, his eyes darting from one shadowed corner to another. There had to be a way out of this nightmare. His eyes fell on a small, dusty window high up on the wall. It was their only chance. He grabbed Jack's arm, pulling him towards the wall. "We have to reach that window," he whispered urgently. "It's our only hope." They scrambled onto a nearby shelf, their eyes fixed on the sliver of light that represented their only chance of escape. But it was too late. Penny was upon them, her eyes blazing with a cold fire. She laughed, a high-pitched, chilling sound that echoed through the silent shop. "There's no escape!" she hissed. "You're mine now!" Her touch was swift and icy. Their screams died in their throats as they joined the other forgotten playthings in Penny's eternal collection. The old shop stood at the edge of town, forgotten and grey. Inside, 3 new toys sat on a dusty shelf. Their eyes stared out blankly, forever trapped in Penny's Playthings. The shop was silent once more, the only sound the creaking of the sign in the wind, and the faint, chilling laughter of a lonely old woman.